Very good morning, children. Welcome to the Cytology classroom. I hope you all are fine and studying very properly. I just hope that you all are doing the revisions, which is very important. And we are studying the chapter Developing Psychological Skill, where we have read about so many things, and basically we are reading about that how many kind of psychological or how many kind of skills are there which are required to become an effective psychologist. Where we read about some general skill, then we read about specific skill अभी हमने पढ़ा नहीं है. We read about observational skill and specific skill हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे. In specific skill we have discussed about that it has some criteria. There are so many kind of specific skill. So first one is the communication skill. So today also we will discuss more about the communication skill. In the yesterday video we have discussed about the communication skill already. We have discussed about that the meaning and nature of communication. Okay, ये हमने पढ़ा meaning and nature of communication. Then we have discussed the characteristics, the different characteristics of communication. Now we are going to discuss about the process and the type of communication. So please in your copies everyone write down the heading, the process and the type of communication. Process and type. So today in this video we will more focus on the process and type. I hope it is all visible to you. So let us discuss about the types and processes. So the process of first of all let us write about the process. Okay, one by one we will go. So first discuss about the process. So process of communication. The process of communication can be accidental, means having no intention, then expressive. So it can be accidental. Accidental means having no intention. It can be happen anytime. Accidentally means something without any intention, जो हम बिना intention के होता है. Sometime it happens that communication हम बिना intention के भी करते हैं. As we all have read yesterday also when we are studying about the meaning of communication, that what is communication? Communication is intentional process also as well as unintentional process also. It is consciously done also and it is unconsciously done. So both the things were there. Communication, so obviously process में भी यही आता है. Process में भी यही है कि communication जो है, the process of communication can be accidental, expressive यानी resulting from the emotional state of the person, or rhetorical यानी resulting from the specific goal of the communication. So basically in the process you are going to study about the three kind of process. First, communication can be incidental. Not incidental, accidental. Means it can be happen without intention. Accidental. Accidental का मतलब होता है the meaning it having no intention. Having no intention. Please note it down it in your copy. Accidental. So first process of communication is that communication is accidental. Accidental means sometime we communicate and there is no purpose behind it. Everybody seated at one place and anybody have started any of the topic and everybody used to start discussion over there. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता कि वो सोच के ही हम लोग कम्युनिकेशन करते हैं. ये हम सोच के पहले से आते हैं कि नहीं हम यही बात या यही टॉपिक डिस्कस करेंगे. तो कम्युनिकेशन जो होता है कभी कभी एक्सीडेंटल यानी विदाउट इंटेंशन भी हो जाता है. ठीक है. सेकेंड, कम्युनिकेशन जो होता है द सेकेंड इज द एक्सप्रेसिव. फर्स्ट वन इज एक्सीडेंटल, सेकेंड इज फर्स्ट वन इज एक्सीडेंटल, First one is accidental and second one is expressive. Yeah, the communication is expressive also. Expressive means resulting from the emotional state of the person. See, these are the process of communication, children. So communication कभी कभी accidental होता है, without any intention it happen. Communication sometimes can be expressive, यानी when it also reflect your emotional state. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम ऐसे इमोशनल स्टेट में होते हैं कि वो हम if any person is sitting beside to us, so we start communicating with them. Okay, it happen na when you are very sad or when you are very in an emotional state. So sometime it happen that you even don't know that particular person, but you start speaking to that person, say him to her about your feelings, about your ideas. So communication can be expressive. This is the second process of communication. What is the third process? The communication is, so I hope children you are understanding that communication is accidental also, it is expressive also. Expressive में आप लिखेंगे resulting from emotional state. Emotional state. Basically it reflects, you can say that it reflects emotional state. It reflects emotional state. So the two process I hope you all understand, accidental and expressive. Now the third process is rhetorical. कम्युनिकेशन जो होता है कभी कभी हिस्टोरिकल भी होता है, मीन्स रिजल्टिंग फ्रॉम द स्पेसिफिक गोल ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन. तो कम्युनिकेशन थर्डली इज हिस्टोरिकल. द स्पेलिंग इज RHETORICAL. Is it visible to you all? RHETORICAL, but we did it rhetorical. Rhetorical means intention. ये है, it is a communication which has a goal, which has a purpose. So it resulting from specific goal. It has a specific goal or specific purpose. Specific goal. ठीक है, यानी when you communicate with any other person with a reason, with a purpose, with any goal, so that is a kind of rhetorical communication. So communication are of three kinds. Communication can be accidental, communication can be expressive, communication can be rhetorical. These three all come under the process of communication. I hope the process will be set in your mind. Now, again I am repeating, we read that communication क्या है? It is a process which was done intentionally or unintentionally, consciously and unconsciously. And here the messages are sent, received and comprehended. Here the messages are sent, received and comprehended. So this is a communication. We also read that communication is dynamic, it is irreversible, it is continuous and it is interactive. We also read the three process. Now moving forward, we are going to study about the types of communication. I hope process will be set in your mind. There are three processes: accidental, rhetorical and expressive. It is very easy, children, to understand and it is very easy to learn also. I hope with the video you will be able to learn it. And revision as usual, I said, very important. So types of communication. Process we have done. Now what are the different kind of or different type of communication? So the communication is divided into three parts: interpersonal, intrapersonal and public. Interpersonal means involving the two person. Interpersonal, when you are interacting with the other person. Okay. Intrapersonal, when you talking to yourself. So it doesn't mean that when you are talking to yourself, so you are having any kind of you are having any kind of psychological disorder. It is not. Intrapersonal means sometimes होता है ना कि we communicate. Obviously communication, it doesn't mean that it happen in a verbal manner. many of the things are going on in our mind. So that is also a kind of communication. And which kind of communication? It is an intrapersonal. Okay, and the third kind of communication is the public communication. So the communication is also divided into these three parts: interpersonal, intrapersonal and public communication. सबसे पहला है इंट्रापर्सनल. Intrapersonal involve communicating with yourself. It encompasses such. So हम पहले डिस्कस ये कर रहे हैं बेटा, इंट्रापर्सनल डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. इंट्रापर्सनल में क्या होता है कि इट इंक्लूड एक्टिविटीज सच एज थॉट प्रोसेस आई टोल्ड टू यू, पर्सनल डिसीजन मेकिंग एंड फोकसिंग ऑन सेल्फ. ठीक है, जस्ट लाइक जब आप अपने ऊपर फोकस करते हो पूरी तरह से, नॉट टू एनी अदर वन, when you have to make the decisions of anything, so you are communicating with yourself. The best example, the girls used to go for a shopping. You are not only the girls, when any person go for the shopping, even the male person also, boys also, so they have to choose and select the dress. So they are doing the communication with themselves. ये better रहेगा, this is more better, I think मुझे लग रहा है इसका कलर अच्छा है, मैं यही पहनूंगा या पहनूंगी. ठीक है, तो ये तरह की कम्युनिकेशन हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इंट्रापर्सनल. तो कम्युनिकेशन इंट्रापर्सनल भी हो रहा है. नाउ कम्युनिकेशन इंटरपर्सनल भी होता है. Interpersonal refers to the communication that take place between two or more persons who establish a communicative relationship. So basically, interpersonal communication is always face to face. जैसे इंटरव्यू है, स्मॉल ग्रुप डिस्कशन हो रहा है, तो ये क्या होता है, इट इज अ कम्युनिकेशन जहाँ पे दो या दो से ज्यादा लोग हैं. तो हम जब अपने से नहीं दूसरों से बात करते हैं तो वो कौन सा कम्युनिकेशन होता है, इंटरपर्सनल. द थर्ड इज द पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन. यू कैन से दैट when you are addressing the audience, so at that time as a public communication, a speaker sending a message to an audience. It may be direct, such as face to face messages delivered by the speaker to an audience, or it can be indirect, such as message relayed over radio or television. So public communication जब आप दो या दो से ज्यादा भी नहीं, मोर देन मतलब इन्फिनाइट पीपल और मोर देन मेनी पीपल से आप जब इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो दैट इज अ पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन. जैसे हम असेंबली में स्पीच दे रहे हैं, तो ये पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन है. ऑडियंस को एड्रेस कर रहे हैं, तो ये डायरेक्टली भी हो सकता है, इनडायरेक्टली भी हो सकता है. डायरेक्टली ये दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ डायरेक्ट पब्लिक कम्युनिकेशन. इनडायरेक्ट, यू कैन टॉक ऑन द रेडियो, यू कैन talk on the like any other mode. Okay, so that is an indirect communication. So I hope children you understand about the types of communication and the process. I am again repeating, the process include accidental, expressive and rhetorical. Types include interpersonal, intrapersonal and public. I hope it is clear. If you feel any doubt anywhere, you will definitely ask to me in the classroom. Okay, कहीं से भी आपको कोई भी डाउट लगता है आप पूछेंगे. नाउ आगे बढ़ेंगे हम लोग, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल को थोड़ा सा और जानेंगे. टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोसेस, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, नेचर, मीनिंग जानने के बाद अब हम लोग को पढ़ना है, वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी अबाउट कॉम्पोनेंट्स. सो लेट अस स्टडी अबाउट द कॉम्पोनेंट्स. ओके, I hope you all have written down the points properly. So yes children, communication के कुछ components भी होते हैं. Communication have some components. So in the components of human communication, this is the topic. Children, when we communicate selectively. What does it mean? When we communicate selectively. Means what we select? We select the words. We select the appropriate statement before saying anything. So whatever we communicate selectively. Like when a teacher enters in the classroom, everybody say good morning ma'am, good morning sir. So that is a communication which is selective. That is, from the wide range of repertoire of words, action available to us, we choose what we believe is best suited for the idea we wish to express. हम वही वर्ड्स चूज करते हैं जो हमें लगता है that will easily convey our feelings and that will convey our feelings, emotions to other one. Okay, so I hope you understand about that how the communication is selective, and we choose some of the words and phrases from our lots of words and phrases in our mind, in our mind's dictionary. उसमें से जो best phrase होता है उसको हम choose करते हैं और फिर हम लोग communicate करते हैं. See, whenever we communicate, we encode. See, two things were there, children, which you have to keep it in mind. The first one is encode and the second is the decode. So communication के समय हम लोग ये two चीजें, the two processes, the two things we used to do. These two things are, we first encode and then decode. Encode means putting the information, okay, receiving the information, encode करना है, और फिर decode means giving the meaning to it, okay. Like for example, if anybody says that give me a pen, ठीक है, give me a pen, give me a pen, then you give pen to him or her. When if you have encode that information and secondly decode it also, then you will be able to proceed toward any other kind of behavior. So encode means receiving the information, and decode means giving the meaning to it. Meaning, as well as you will translate that messages into an understandable form. Like anybody asks to you, can you give me a pen? So you have encoded, you have listened, and then you understand it that other person required something from you. So you will provide that thing which the person is required. So I hope you understand the encode and decode. Encode यानी take ideas, give them meaning and put them into message form and send the idea through a channel. It is composed of our primary signal system based on our senses, that is seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling and touching. The message is sent to someone who receives it using his or her primary signal system. Obviously, we receive from our sense organ. Okay, if anybody is asking to you for something, so you are hearing it, you are seeing that person. Now he or she decode yani translate the message into understandable form. For example, you may say that you heard a bell or an object feels soft. These are examples of verbal communication which express how you understand the signal your senses have received. You can also respond at a non-verbal level. You touch a hot stove, your finger pull away quickly and your eyes well up with tears. The pulling away the fingers and welling up eyes with tears will communicate to an onlooker the pain suffered by you. Basically, it was trying to say it is not necessary that only you will do the verbal communication. Sometimes the non-verbal communication also happen. अगर आपको कहीं चोट लगती है तो those who are watching you, they clearly observe the pain which you are suffering. So वो क्या है, आपने उसको बताया नहीं, but उसने देख के समझ लिया कि आपको ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. तो क्या हुआ, कम्युनिकेशन हो गया. सेकेंड पर्सन ने अपने विजुअल सेंस ऑर्गन से उस मैसेज को इनकोड किया और फिर उसको डिकोड किया, यानी उस मैसेज को ट्रांसलेट किया एक अंडरस्टैंडेबल फॉर्म में. सो ये वर्बल भी हो सकता है और ये नॉन वर्बल भी हो सकता है. ओके, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड विद दिस द डायग्राम. So children, let us study the communication process with this diagram. You can see here, here is the sender. Sender means who is sending the message, and receiver who is receiving the message. So whenever we communicate and do the communication, so the two persons play a very important role, that is the sender and the receiver. So as you can see that in communication process, the degree to which the communication is effective depend on the communicator's mutual understanding of the signal or codes being used in transmitting a message or receiving. See, communication को बहुत सी चीजें फैक्टर डिटरमाइन कर सकती हैं, जैसे नॉइज है तो कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉपर नहीं होगा, अमाउंट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन आप कैसे दे रहे हो, आर्टिफैक्ट्स, ठीक है, एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ पैरा लैंग्वेज, कम्युनिकेशन चैनल क्या यूज कर रहे हो, नॉन वर्बल क्यूज आप क्या यूज कर रहे हो. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द फैक्टर्स विच डिटरमाइन वेदर योर कम्युनिकेशन वुड बी इफेक्टिव और नॉट. Suppose, let us study this with an example. You are about to take an examination and suddenly realize that you have not brought your pen to the class. You asked your friend, do you have an extra pen that you can spare for me? Okay, she says yes and give you the pen. You have just participated in an effective communication transition. Your communicator A encoded a message that you needed a pen and used a channel for transmitting it, which is a vocal cord producing sound wave to your friend communicator B. Your friend received the message using her sensory agents, which is ear, and decoded it, understood that you want a pen. Your friend feedback the word yes and appropriate behavior of giving a pen to you indicated that message was successfully received and decoded. The communication would have been still effective if she had said, sorry, I cannot because I am carrying only one pen. Means, so responding, whatever the message you are saying, you are sending. If it is received properly, if it is encoded properly and decoded properly, sometime it happens situation. I think you also might have experienced. Now you have to explore it, and every time I said that explore more and more example. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम इनकोड तो कर लेते हैं बट उसकी डिकोडिंग हम प्रॉपर नहीं करते. ऐसा होता है ना कि जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल कम्युनिकेटर ए आस्क्ड टू द कम्युनिकेटर बी दैट आई रिक्वायर्ड अ पेन. मे बी कम्युनिकेटर बी encoded that you required a pencil. Okay, तो कभी कभी तो that communication is found to be ineffective, यानी मैसेज पहुंचा ही नहीं properly and it is an ineffective message. So you understand now what is a communication process, what is communication types, and communication में ये two important role प्ले करते हैं, इनकोड और डिकोड. कंपोनेंट्स अभी हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है. बिफोर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द कंपोनेंट, आई वांट टू डिस्कस वन मोर थिंग विद यू, दैट इज अ स्पीच एंड कम्युनिकेशन. यू शुड नो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन. सो आई एम रबिंग द बोर्ड विद द होप कि आपने इसे नोट डाउन किया होगा और यू हैव टेकन अ स्क्रीनशॉट. ओके, सो चिल्ड्रन, कम्युनिकेशन में हमने two important terms पढ़े. The one is encode and another is decode. The next important term which we are going to discuss, as you all know, the difference between hearing and listening. Similarly, there is a difference between speech and communication. सेम डिफरेंस है जो हियरिंग और लिसनिंग में डिफरेंस है. सिमिलरली सेम डिफरेंस है स्पीच और कम्युनिकेशन में. हियरिंग एक बायोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटी है, लिसनिंग इज अ साइकोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटी. सिमिलरली स्पीच इज अ बायोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटी. बोलना एक सिर्फ बायोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटी है. यू आर यूजिंग योर सेंस ऑर्गन्स, माउथ, लिप्स, tongue. You are using the your body parts, so it is body involved, the word body involved in it, and that is why it is a biological activity. But communication does not only involve the bodily things, the body part, so it is not a biological activity, it is a psychological activity. Speech is only a biological act, the utterance of the sound. possibly the use of language. Communication is a broader term. It involves a relationship among two or more people in which they attempt to share meaning so that the intent of message received is the same as the intent of the message sent. Intent means intention. जिस इंटेंशन से मैसेज भेजा गया है उसी इंटेंशन से मैसेज रिसीव भी हो रहा है, तो दैट इज अ कम्युनिकेशन. तब तो हम कहेंगे ना कम्युनिकेशन हुआ. मैंने तो बोल दिया, अब अगले ने उसको सुना ही नहीं या उसको समझा ही नहीं, तो इट इज नॉट अ कम्युनिकेशन. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? कम्युनिकेशन इज समथिंग, सो कम्युनिकेशन इज समथिंग अ ब्रॉडर टर्म. ओके, स्पीच एक नैरो टर्म है. कम्युनिकेशन मतलब इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एट विच फ्रॉम विच इंटेंशन यू आर सेइंग the things or you are sending the message. In the same intention it was received by the receiver, then you can say that the communication happened. For example, when we address the audience, public communication, so what happened if whatever the message you are delivering over there, if it is understood to everyone, then we will say that communication happened. Otherwise it is just a speech. You have only done your biological act. No psychological impact, no psychological act was done. I hope children you clear about the speech and communication, very important. See, छोटे छोटे जो points होते हैं जो हमें लगता है इतने important नहीं है, but उनका बहुत important role होता है. It was asked in your 1 marks question and it can be asked in any manner. Like in the 2 marks also it can be asked. That differentiate between speech and communication, differentiate between listening and hearing. Same with the listening and hearing also. Hearing involve a biological act, which is a ear. It involve the sense organ ear, so it is also a biological act. But listening does not only involve to hear something, we also give meaning to it, we also do the analysis also. So hearing is a biological activity and listening is a psychological activity. Similarly, speech is a biological act and communication is a psychological act. So in today's video, so many things we have discussed: the process, the types, encode and decode, and hearing, listening, speech and communication. See children, communication, this topic is somewhat very big. It is not very small topic and so many questions were asked from this one. So I just hope everything is clear to you. Now the components में आपको जो चीज़ें पढ़नी है, जैसे speaking is a component of human communication, speech and listening is also a component of human communication. Reception is a component, attention is a component, paraphrasing is a component, assignment of meaning is a component, body language and role of culture. So these are some of the points which are related to the components of human communication. Okay, we are not going to discuss this in detail in this today video. We are going to discuss it in the later on video. ठीक है, but we will know that what are the things come under this one, what are the points come under this one. Means I was trying to say that communication में कि क्या क्या components हो सकते हैं. Obviously सबसे पहले speaking सबसे पहले आएगा. The most important communication में आप बोलते हो. Listening is another important part. Listening, effective listening can make you, आपने सुना ही होगा, if you are a good listener, when you are then you are a good speaker. आप सुनोगे ही नहीं तो फिर आप बोलोगे कैसे? So to speak anything, it is very important to listen that thing in a proper manner. So be a good listener and be a good speaker. Then reception. Reception means receptive. It is made from the word receptive, यानी receive. ये भी communication का ही part है. हम receive करते हैं. We receive the message. Then attention. हम अटेंशन देते हैं, किसने क्या बोला, अच्छा उसने क्या बोला, अटेंशन, कम्युनिकेशन में अटेंशन चाहिए होता है। पैराफ्रेजिंग करते हैं, पैराफ्रेजिंग यानी जो भी स्टेटमेंट कहा गया उसको मीनिंग असाइन करना, अपने पैराफ्रेज करना, उसको अपनी लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट करना। बॉडी लैंग्वेज, दिस इज अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन कम्युनिकेशन, बॉडी लैंग्वेज। ओके, so these are some of the part of the human communication component. So in the coming video, in the later on video, we will going to discuss in detail. So this is for all today. Thank you so much for listening to me. Keep revising, children. Go through your books also and ask me the question wherever you feel any doubt. Thank you once again.